David's team is in shambles. I've got them on the ropes right now, okay? And you're not going to believe it. If you saw the last video that I did yesterday, where I basically uncovered that it seems like a lot of David's supporters, maybe even David's own brother, have actually infiltrated and taken over the most popular David subreddit on Reddit that we've reacted to a lot of times on this channel, Davidiots. Well, now, all right, I got into an argument yesterday on Reddit, in a Reddit thread, about me and my video. And I got onto the lead person, one of the lead mods in that subreddit. I got onto him in the comments. And now I've exposed him to such a degree that he, she, I don't know, they've closed down their account, deleted all the posts. They're deleting posts related to me. They're deleting absolutely everything they can to cover up the fact that it seems like David and his people infiltrated the server. Not only that, but I've also got recorded evidence that apparently David's team are working directly with the people that were running David's Discord server to cover up evidence related to the murder. This video is going to be crazy. I got a lot of stuff to expose. I got a lot of people to expose, a lot of people to air out. There's no disrespect to anybody, okay? But if you are out here trying to cover up and run defense for David and change the narrative, people are smearing my name. They're trying to trash my credibility because I'm doing the most. Nobody is exposing David more than me outside of the authorities and the prosecutors, okay? People talking about, you're milking it, you're doing... No, I got my foot on David's neck and I'm keeping it there as far as keeping the truth alive in this story and making sure, look, I'm not the cops, okay, but I want to see justice for Celeste. I'm preserving all of this information for later generations. We're all going to look back and say that guy was a weirdo. Facts, okay? But now I'm going to expose everyone around him, his whole team, all his people that are trying to manipulate the conversation going on online, and they're livid. So the first thing I'm going to show you is crazy. This is audio recording, all right, from behind the scenes on David's Discord, where David's Discord server moderators are basically discussing working directly with David's team to cover things up, to close the chat. They're talking about we should have just shut the whole Discord down, but now people have got information. Now people have gone back and found out mentions of Celeste. It's out of control. Oh, we need to do damage control. I spoke to David's team. They're telling us what to do. This is insane. So David's team were basically calling the shots, all right, David's management team, to the people that ran his Discord server after the news of the murder of Celeste and her body being found in his Tesla came out. This is crazy, right? I'm gonna cook some people in this video.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. It will be so much fucking worse for everybody if we close the server. It just will be so much worse. They're already speculating that we're hiding evidence just by closing off all the text chats. So imagine what happens if we close the server. Who are they going to go to other than the people in the screenshots? It's just going to get worse. Like, we're leaving it. David's team wants us to leave it. There's nothing else we can do. Like, I talked to his manager. He's like, yeah, just leave it. We don't want to be hiding anything. And that's super fair, in my opinion.
So you've already been exposed for there being mentions of Celeste on the server, mentions of gore, mentions of weird things going on with kids. Apparently a bunch of the people in the server are underage, right? People having flair if they're over or under 18. They're saying they in the server talking about David's always inviting little girls to the server. Well, the guys running the Discord are talking to David's management team, talking about, well, it's too late. They've already got screenshots of people in there. So if we shut it down now, they're going to hit up all the people that are screenshotted saying diabolical stuff in the Discord. So really, if we could have deleted it straight away, that would have been better. But David's team told us it's too late. We don't want to look like we're cleaning up evidence. So they said it's best just to leave it at this point because the cat's out the bag. But we keeping the text chat still shut so you can't communicate on there. Bro, you guys are cooked working defense for David. Y'all, as soon as a body of a minor, let alone, as soon as a body was found in this guy's trunk, y'all should have washed your hands, said, I'm not dealing with David. You guys are unpaid labor for an alleged child murderer. What are you doing over here on calls talking about, oh, well, you know, I'm talking to David's team right now. We trying to clean it up and, you know, it's too late to take the server down. There's no point. So people are just going to come after us because we already been seen in screenshots talking about this diabolical shit. Y'all should, you should have been, yo, I don't want nothing to do with this. Is this your man's? David, you talking to his management team? They getting subpoenaed in for the grand jury, and you on here talking to the management team about, should we shut down the Discord? Oh, it's too late. The evidence already out there. Whoops. How are you doing this? Day one, you should have been like, bruh, moderate your own Discord, so this ain't my problem. I'm out. All of you should have been like that.
Just tell her to close her DMs, bro. Like, fuck. It's not that hard, man. Obviously, she's responding and opening DMs, or else she wouldn't be getting any more and getting bothered by it. I have over 1,000 messages in my requests, and I do not fucking care. because I don't really care. Half of them are fucking death threats. I don't fucking care. Like, if Kylie thinks it's bad for her just because she's in one screenshot, think about the dude who fucking has the owner role in David's fucking Discord server. It'd be different if we hit it right away, but what we did right away was lock the channel and let all these external sources look through messages. And
it would be different if we hid it right away. It would be different if we managed to delete the evidence before people find out. What are you joking, bro? This is disgusting. It would be different if we managed to hide all the evidence before people found out, but now they know. So now they're harassing us because we in a Discord with a child murderer, and people got messages from 2 years ago talking about her name. Do the song about the missing child, Celeste Rivas Hernandez. You talking... This is making me angry, man. You talking about... It would be different. We should have cleaned it up sooner. If we'd have got to it before people found out that we was in here talking about the victim of a murder... What the fuck? Bro, you guys are disgusting.
The dude who fucking has the owner role in David's fucking Discord server. It'd be different if we hit it right away, but what we did right away was lock the channel and let all these external sources look through messages, and now they're...
It would be different if we hid it right away, but what we did is we locked it down and we let actually good-hearted people find out that we was in here talking about the victim.
Channel and let all these external sources look through messages, and
let all these external sources look through messages, bro. You got caught with your pants down, bro. You all got caught with your pants down in a Discord with minors.
Channel and let all these external sources look through messages, and now there's screenshots. But if people like Lamp and Inglesi didn't fucking do that, we could have just shut it down right away. But now
we could have shut it down right away and hid all that evidence that we was talking, that the actual minor that was the victim that was murdered was in the Discord. That the Discord was actually, this Discord you moderating was actually used as part of the grooming that went on before this minor was killed. And you talking about, oh, if only we'd have just deleted it sooner. You guys are despicable. Covering up a child murder.
Sources look through
Disgusting.
messages, and now there's screenshots. But if people like Lamp and Inglesi didn't fucking do that, we could have just shut it down right away. But now that we're in this far with it being open, we can't close it.
So they're not leaving it open to preserve the evidence. They're not leaving... No. Oh, it's too late. We can't close it. It's too late. They already got the evidence. We've already got rumbled for hosting the Discord where the girl was groomed before she was killed. You lot are disgusting, bro. You lot are absolutely despicable. So anyway, all right, let's go back to the Reddit, because that really was just a sort of breakdown of what was going on with, you know, the Discord server. They deleting everything. It's a mess, okay? But if you see the last video that I did, okay, so this was the video that I did yesterday. The David Reddit has been compromised. Just for the record, by the way, for everybody saying all you talk about is David, all right? I got hella other topics going on right now, okay? We're going crazy with the other topics. But just for the record, okay, just we got, if you're not interested in this David stuff, go and watch any one of these other videos about different topics. But anyway, and the David playlist is there if you do just want to hear about David. But regardless, okay, this was the video. The David Reddit's been compromised. I went in for nearly an hour and 20 minutes, okay, and we broke it all down. This basically, you need to get a more flattering screenshot. This basically was me kind of, you know, just exposing everything that was going on with the Reddit. They're deleting posts, they're cleaning up, you know, they're essentially allowing Q&As with a guy who claimed that he was friends with David's brother. And a lot of people, including me, feel like it's pretty obvious that it was David's brother. Now, before I go further into the new expose, which is going to expose the Reddit mods even more, let's look at the comments, because a lot of people had interesting thoughts on this, okay? It says, bro, the "this too shall pass" comment sounds like it's coming from his mother, LMFAO, right? 10309, this has to be Caleb, his super talented and cool little brother. Like, alright, bro, you ain't fooling anyone. Wait, let's see it. Wait. Hang on. Shit did makes it so his super talented and cool little brother, he's not talented, doesn't get to make it in the industry. Did he even think about what would happen to his family? They got swatted so many times. Once his super talented and cool little brother, yeah. That sounded like Caleb, right? That has to be Caleb. His super talented and cool little brother, right? What's this? Is this David's dad? Maybe David's dad entered the chat now. Bruv, it's crazy, all right? His vocal range is amazing. He smells like lavender and never farts. I'll let him know that you passed along the good messages. He will really appreciate it. Caleb, bro. Did we catch Caleb in 4K? Did we catch Caleb in 4K? It's crazy, right? It seems like Caleb is media trained as well. Caleb, I media trained you, man. I media trained you. delete everything. Our media trained you to delete everything. And now on the Reddit, they're deleting everything. 100% only Caleb has heard 100 unreleased Caleb songs. Someone's got to pay for all David's lawyers. The whole family's cooked, and I'm here for it, okay? Listen, we can talk about that in another video. Kokinox is Caleb, and 3 other mods are his family. I have a feeling Asia might be one, but his mom is a mod, his dad is too, in my opinion, and his brother Caleb is pretending to be his own friend. PDF files are openly protected. They're saying the mum couldn't have... son number 1 releasing songs about violence. Son 2 gets her approval to release songs about sex while still promoting the fact they're ultra-religious or problematic. What religion do they worship? Lil bro needs to ice his career for the moment. Thought your parents want educated children. How about college? Study music, perfect your so-called craft. Now he wants the clout. Now he wants it now. He wants to drop now. He's not letting his brother murdering a child slow his roll to get a little taste of that sweet fame. They said David's team moving like the Mossad. Hey, I ain't said nothing, man. 100,000% him. Nobody can speak to someone else's inner dialogue like that. Reddit itself is compromised, complete garbage. Maybe this is a tinfoil hat moment, but the entire AMA sounds like a hired lawyer or something, posing as a friend of Caleb's. I don't know. The replies are way too eloquent, carefully worded, and literally speaking for Caleb at times. If Caleb was not in on this AMA, then it must be someone LARPing as someone who's his friend, in which case they better be careful what they say. All right, edit 3722.
Based on
okay,
what I've read, I feel like
I
I personally have a feeling that might have been Caleb or some kind of damage.
okay, yeah. I personally have a feeling for legal reasons. That's just a feeling. That's just my own opinion. Like, it's not a fact. We don't know for a fact that it's Caleb. It just seems so likely, right? They swatted his house so many times. Can we get FOIA? That actually, the footage of his house getting swatted already leaked. It says Caleb doesn't have his brother's malice, probably, but he definitely shares his overconfidence in ability to trick people. Ooh, it's a good point, right? That savage comment was facts. Buckle up, Ross. I've got work and you're riding along. All right, yeah. Anyway, all right. We cooked him, all right? We cooked him. We caught him. We might have caught him in 4K, in my opinion. So now, all right, since that video, I'm going to show you a couple of Reddit posts that have been deleted because they're basically cleaning up the subreddit once again. All right. Did David's or Caleb's team buy this subreddit? Yes or no? Removed. Can't even ask that question. And here's the thing. I showed you guys in the previous video, but the whole point of the Dave Idiot subreddit, all right, the whole point of that subreddit was because David 2 was being censored. I just want to remind you guys. The whole point of r/Dave Idiots was because r/David 2 is not open to unconventional takes on David and Celeste. It was meant to be a free speech David subreddit. That's why it blew up, because they were censoring and stopping a bunch of posts going on in r/David 2. So Dave Idiots started, that's why it's Dave Idiots, said, oh, you know, we're just going to let anything go, right? Are you tired of your views being suppressed, banned, or shit on by heavy-handed users and mods in other communities? Then post here in Dave Idiots. We don't think anyone is too smart or too dumb to stop something, and we might shine a light on it in one way or another, and we do care about what happened to Celeste and are disturbed by the effed up social societies that allow what happened to Celeste to happen in a daily basis. Okay, it was all good just a week ago, but now, did David or Caleb's team buy this subreddit? Can't discuss that. But I thought, are you tired of your views being suppressed? Post here. We don't think anyone's too smart or dumb to post something. What? But I thought you were open to unconventional. No censorship, no controlling the narrative, unless these guys are cooked, bro. These guys are cooked. So the question now is, was this all a plan from the beginning and they basically went in undercover, started a free speech David subreddit, built it up, and they basically slowly started to use it to change the narrative? Is Blair Burke that smart? Or did these guys genuinely start, because that Remy person has disappeared now, did these guys start this subreddit basically in an effort to have a free speech David subreddit, and then it got taken over, then it got co-opted, maybe they got corrupted, maybe someone from David's team offered them money? Okay, something's going on. Something a little bit odd is going on. So the next post that was taken down, all right, so just to give you the context for all the censorship that's going on, okay, another post that was taken down. Shout out to Traplaw Ross for exposing this sub as being compromised. Removed. All right, I let everybody know the sub's been compromised. But guys, like, I thought there was no censorship, no control. Don't say nothing good about Traplaw Ross for exposing the compromise. Removed. Aren't you tired of your views being suppressed, banned, and shit on by heavy-handed users and mods? removed. Okay, so some Reddit posts have you know, made it through. All right, some of these, it might have been deleted by the time I'm actually getting around to recording this. Okay, but here's where it all went left. Okay, because this moderator that I went back and forth with basically has disappeared. Right, I pointed out in the previous video, everybody that was a moderator here had joined after David had got arrested. This user Simp Comp, I went back and forth with this clown, okay, last night because he was... We're going to get to it, okay? We're going to get to it. But basically, this is one of the big moderators, all right? This is my first scalp. I've just claimed my first hat, all right? Simp Comp, out of here, bro. Couldn't handle the heat from getting exposed. I'm posting to see if Simp Comp leaving as a moderator means we can start discussing the David case again without the harsh rules. I'm convinced that that was Steve Fisher. I even posted that and surprised the mods deleted it. No way is that. Don't tell me I'm beefing with Steve Fisher. Is that why Steve Fisher don't be wanting to reply to my DMs? But I think he has multiple accounts, so he's probably just swapping for anonymity. Sim and I have talked to SF, so that would be funny if it was him. I always wondered if it was SF. That's crazy. Don't tell me I'm beefing with SF. I'm gonna see him in court. It says, why do you think that? I can't remember now. I vaguely recall the guy participating in a lot of threads dragging SF. People saying Sim was not SF. Right? It's not happening. People saying, thank God, don't bring him back. I'm screaming. That's so weird. We smoked it. We smoking on him. All right. And look, this is another deleted post. All right. And he in the comments. All right. I'm not sure if we should allow Trap's videos here anymore. Interested to hear anyone's input, and I'll act accordingly if there's big support to remove it. I stand on no Trap more Ross videos. Can the moderating team please explain if this is how you guys decided to ban all content on the sub? I'm talking about the procedure used to ban content. Is that how they've been banning and censoring other content on the sub? I'm not a mod, but TMR is a slop peddler. Well, it's not really slop when I'm spending 80 minutes exposing you guys and people are tapping out, deleting their accounts. All right, claiming hats. They're saying you sound like one of these guys. Stephanie Sue is the worst when it comes to crime tubers. She adds all these details like she was with each person she is talking about and acts like she's going for a role in a B-grade movie. I don't know what that's all about. Trapmore Ross ain't a crime tuber, though. TMR is a racist culture vulture that profited off and provoked Black Death. He's scum! When the depths of his scumminess started making his hood video money start dropping, all of a sudden, here he is. He's one of the... he's the worst kind of vulture crime tubers aspire to. TMR levels. Now, look, I've still got documentaries about, you know, hood gang wars for sure. But provoking Black Death, it's just nonsense, right? You can go and watch any one of my interviews where I kind of debunk all of this nonsense. But I do quality journalism on things that are the most important in the culture. And sometimes that's gangster rappers, famous rappers who unfortunately lost their lives or got legal cases. Or in the case of David, absolute clown show musicians who have committed possibly the most heinous crime a celebrity has ever committed. So anyway, they're in shambles, all right? They're banning my videos. You're not allowed to talk about me. But again, I thought that this was all about unconventional takes. All takes, no controlling the narrative, unless your boy Trapmore Ross is making a video about it exposing you guys. Then like, yeah, we're gonna Trap is included in low effort content. I made so much effort. I would love to see one of you clowns do an 80-minute video breaking anything down. But anyway, this isn't about me bigging myself up, all that stuff. Anyway, so there's other posts that did remain up. All right, people saying, why are the mod accounts randomly disappearing? How comes all of a sudden Ross makes a video and mod accounts just start disappearing? They're just dropping like flies. And where is Remy? All right. Yes, can remaining mods please explain what's happening? Would be nice if there was some transparency on this. Thanks all. I don't have an answer to what happened to Sim right now. We smoked Sim. He out of here. People are saying, where's Sim gone? So, but I will update when I have more information. As for Dave Idiot's mods and Weepling, their accounts were banned by Reddit a few weeks ago. I've been working with Reddit to appeal those bans. Okay. Can somebody explain what? No, the mods don't even know what's happening. But I just dropped a video. People gone missing. Like what? If what I'm saying was a load of nonsense, there was no truth to it. People wouldn't be going missing. Accounts wouldn't be disappearing. As soon as I drop my video, accounts disappearing. Are you joking? So people are saying, thank you. Their accounts were banned from the entire platform. Their bans are unrelated to the sub. But do we believe anything these guys are saying anymore? Do we believe it? Are you sure about that? This post claims that Weepling was banned for Rule 5, moderate with integrity. Okay, so apparently they're going back and forth. Someone said someone was harassing this minor. Reddit's not 18 plus. His fan base was primarily not adults, and we cannot have people in others' DMs. It appears you were not referred to as a PDF until after the screenshots were shared, but does not show the interaction prior but due to the result, we had to take action. That's fair. As long as they didn't get off scot-free, I'm fine. That's what the whole post was about. Yeah, I'm sorry. Not coming from me. Just come back with a different name and behave. I don't think your IP is blocked. I think the other guy's was. If you decide you want to come back, just don't tell me, lol. Stay out of trouble. So, yeah, I don't think he's moderating with integrity there, all right? Weepling should have followed the Reddit rules, one of them being moderate with integrity. So, yeah, something you did not. So they're saying that they're doing little backroom deals. People are getting banned, and he's encouraging them to come back on different accounts. Yes, I'm sure Weepling and D4VD's mod were banned for a ban evasion related issue. This post looks like it was made by someone who reported Weepling for violating mod rules. That's not why Reddit banned Weepling. What about all the people that have been banned over the course of the past month? Going through Trapmore Ross's video comments has multiple people talking about being banned on this Reddit. Ooh, I didn't see that. Didn't see that. All right. It's hard to answer that in the abstract. Users are banned when they violate the rules as well. Are they banned? Are they banned if they're saying bad stuff about Caleb? Are they banned if they're saying bad stuff about David? Are they banned if they're being sympathetic towards Celeste's family? Right? Why was it made against the rules to mention, not to mention Caleb, but the same protection was provided for posts about Celeste and her family? We need answers, guys. We need answers. We made a decision as a mod team not to allow further posts about Caleb because at the time the sub was inundated with posts about Caleb. There really weren't that many posts. It's becoming very repetitive. Not sure what you're talking about regarding Celeste and her family. You would have to point me to a specific post. Okay, go watch the last video. They're saying that her cousin, who's been defending her and basically saying that justice is coming, is mentally challenged. There's no proof of that. You guys are dragging Celeste's family, but we're not allowed to say nothing bad about Caleb. And even this mod ain't got a real answer. You ain't got a real answer for me. We made a decision not to allow further posts about Caleb. They're playing dumb. I'm not sure what you're talking about regarding Celeste. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Why don't you ban dissing and saying that Celeste's family deserve to be investigated? That's being posted repetitive. I've seen repetitive posts pointing the finger at Celeste's family. I know some mods have been banned by Reddit themselves. They probably nuked their own accounts to scrub the post history before the sub inevitably gets privated or nuked by Reddit admins. Classic scorched earth move. No, because where is Remy? Is Wendy going to testify plus Celeste's family of lies? This is exactly what we're talking about, okay? I would say mentally challenged, but they're doing this too, right? They're doing this too. Why was any mention of Caleb's name banned from the subreddit, but posts titled Celeste's family of liars were allowed? Why were you mods protecting David's family, but not protecting Celeste's family? Yep, what's the answer? Oh, partially answered above. No, you didn't. You played dumb. You didn't answer. I'll respond here too. At the time when we stopped discussion about Caleb, the sub was inundated with posts about Caleb. It was becoming very repetitive. Would you like me to discuss with the mod team allowing further discussion about Caleb? Personally, I'm not opposed to it, as long as nothing violates the sub rules. Also, the specific post you are pointing to looked like a matter of opinion. So I can't have an opinion about Caleb being a scumbag for dropping music trying to capitalize off a child's death. But I can have an opinion about Celeste's family being a family of liars. For what? Wendy said that, you know, Celeste should have been looked out for. She was ringing the alarm bells when Celeste was still alive. But family of liars, but we can't say that Caleb is a piece of shit for dropping music trying to capitalize off this. Matter of opinion. I don't share OP's viewpoint, but I don't ban speech just because I don't agree with it. Yeah, you do, because you banned all the Caleb stuff. And once again, can I just remind you, no censorship. Unless, no controlling the narrative, unless, right? The rules moderators have been implementing over the past month have severely limited people's ability to discuss this case on this subreddit. First, you ban the mention of Caleb because the subreddit was interested in discussing him, instead of simply making a sticky post where users could keep that discussion contained. Second, you remove new posts by calling them duplicates, and you tell people to use the search function to go discuss the topic on older posts, even though most Reddit users do not use Reddit that way. Third, can you explain how the mod team decided to do this just the other day? See attached photo. Was this discussed jointly by the moderators, and did the team collectively decide to ban Trapmore Ross videos after that comment received only 12 upvotes? And you can see he downvoted it, right? So apparently in this democratic censorship-free environment, it only takes a comment with 12 upvotes to actually get something done. Okay. And so here's more sidestepping. I feel that I've adequately addressed your first 2 points already on multiple comments. You keep sidestepping though. So I'm not going to address them again. Oh, that's handy, isn't it? That's convenient. Regarding your third point, that screenshot just shows Sim saying he isn't sure if TMR's content should be allowed and seeks input from others. That's all well and good if you weren't, you know, actively enforcing this and removing posts about me, but you didn't think I'd be able to find this, did you? You didn't think I'd be able to see this. You didn't think your boy was going to back up everything, right? Delete everything. No. Over here, over at Trapmore, Back up everything. Back up everything. Okay, back up everything. I need everything on the Google Drive. Thank you. Thank you. As a mod team, we did not discuss banning TMR content. That's a mod. I have no issue with people discussing TMR's content. Well, that's good. That's good. But the actual reality of what's happening appears to be different to what you're saying. Removed. Okay, they got it removed. Delete remove everything. Remove everything. Okay, I understand what you're saying, but that still leaves the main concern unanswered. If the mod team did not discuss banning content and you personally have no issue with people discussing Trapmore Ross's content, then why was the content included under low effort content and subsequently removed? Whoopsie. Whoops. You guys just keep getting exposed just like David. You guys are just Team David, just getting exposed like David. Even if Sim was only seeking input, the wording still placed TMR in a category that framed his content as low effort and subsequently was not allowed in the Reddit without any clear community-wide discussion was explained. No censorship, no controlling the narrative, but you guys are unilaterally decided you can't even talk about me. Can't even talk. They've turned me into Fight Club. Rule 1 and 2, you can't talk about Trapmore Ross. So the question is, why was a moderator able to classify it that way? And why was action taken after such limited input? Has there been any internal investigation or review into how this happened? Has there been any investigation into the other decisions made by the same moderator like bans? Which other moderators on your team are operating like this? I have one name in mind. Trap is included in low effort content. Is this low effort? Is this video I'm making right now? How far are we in? We're 25 minutes into the video. Is this low effort? I feel like this might be higher effort than anything these mods have ever done. I'm sorry to be an asshole about it, but like, this is quite a lot. I didn't see the post that got removed, nor did I remove it. See, it's like now they're playing dumb. I didn't see it. Well, it's here, innit? I've got it there. So you didn't see, you're going to play Stevie Wonder, but like it's there. So can you answer the question? I didn't remove it. Well, who removed it? Who's responsible for doing that then? All right. Usually when things get removed for low effort, it's just a shared link or photo with no contextual information added for commentary. Was the post just a random link? It says right here in the screenshot that it was removed because Trap is included in low effort content. The post included a link to his video. You ignore all my other questions. They got him on he or she. I don't know if it's a man or a woman. They got him on the ropes. Okay. To be honest, I think the comment about Trap being included in low effort was said in jest. So now it's a joke. Now it's just a funny joke. I just said it as a joke. You can't have it both ways. Oh, you're milking it. You're making content about David every single day. That takes effort. So, but also it's low effort. You're not making effort, bro. I'm making all the effort, bro. I'm making a lot of effort as a journalist doing this every day. And now I'm exposing you guys. All right. It wasn't easy. So that's my read of the situation. Again, I didn't remove this post. Another mod did. Generally, when things are removed for low effort, it's because it was just a shared link or photo with little or no contextual information. I think I've been very fair with you throughout our discussion on this post in terms of answering questions and appreciating your concerns. All members of the mod team here are here on a voluntary basis. I've tried to answer all questions I felt necessary to promote transparency and good faith discussion in the sub. Some of these questions I don't feel obligated to address publicly, specifically questions about the operations of our mod team. So you guys are lying about being transparent and not having censorship. You're not directly answering questions about why you've unilaterally decided to ban me because you don't like the narrative that I'm putting across. And now you don't even want to answer the questions about the mod team publicly, the mod team who you're blaming for everything. I didn't see the post. I don't remove it. I don't even know. It's nothing to do with me. It's someone else in the mod team, but I will not discuss anything to do with the rest of the mod team. Why not? What? Is it because David's team is working in the mod team? Is that why? Is it because David's team? Is it because David's people are running the mod? Is it? Well, I've made a post to discuss the video Trapmore Ross made, and hopefully we can continue being transparent once it's approved. Isn't it funny, right? That like, look, I'm not going to toot my own horn too much, okay? But somebody makes like a feature-length breakdown of stuff going on in this subreddit, and I've made a feature-length breakdown. It's an hour and 20 minutes, like a movie breakdown of nefarious accusations against this sub. And it's not relevant. It's low effort. You're not allowed to talk in this sub. And look, it's not all about the views, but it's a video that's popular. I think it had like 80,000 views in a day or something. You're not allowed to discuss. They're not allowed to talk. So it's not relevant. It's like the biggest piece of profile that this subreddit has had, just as far as specifically a video about Dave Idiots, and they're not allowed to discuss it. It's weird, isn't it? It's really weird. Probably someone about to get banned from this sub, leading a campaign of trolls to mass report. Either way, it's a bit bizarre. No, where did I hide my own damn tinfoil hat? This is me. That's your boy. All right, because I saw this the other night. You're not allowed to ask about these things, LMAO. You certainly are. Ask away. We had an entire discussion about it yesterday on a post you commented on. OP deleted their post, not us. OP being the mod who got smoked. Okay, Sim. But we're gonna get to that in a minute. Okay, we're gonna dial the clock back. But I feel like I'm just gonna do it. Why won't you answer questions about how the internal mod team makes decisions? Is it because David's team is having an... Why won't... I just want to see how they phrased it. They said, some of these questions I don't feel obligated to address publicly about the operations of our mod team. When you're talking about the... Why won't you answer questions about the operations of the internal mod team? Is it because David's team's having an input? Let us know. Let us know, man. People saying, I'm sorry, but why do y'all care about what happens to individual mods? It's an anonymous forum about a criminal case. Why does it matter if some big contributors delete their accounts? Y'all paying attention to Reddit mods and knowing them by name is how they end up power tripping and forgetting they're just faceless people on the internet like the rest of us. This isn't important. Yeah, nothing to see here, folks. Nothing to see here, folks. Why do you even care about what happens? Why do you even care about who's running? Like, why would you even care if, like, David and his team were running this sub and trying to change the narrative about this child murderer? Why would you even care that, like, somebody is literally trying to manipulate public opinion to get away with the murder of a child? Why would you care about that? Because it's really, really freaking important, okay? It's quite important. Yeah, we do care. Because if David and his team are in here pulling the strings and manipulating what's going on, okay? That's a problem. That's a big, big, big problem. Okay. So I've got another post here. All right. Basically, is this this? I think this is actually the same post. This is the same post, but I believe this has potentially a few messages that were deleted. Let me just check. So that was why was mention of Caleb's name, but Celeste family liars. At the time we stopped discussion about Caleb. No, I think we did see all of this. It is the same. So I thought this is a backup because I thought that last thread would get deleted. But alas, it was not. Anyway, okay. So in addition to this, okay, all right, I'm actually getting quite riled up by this topic, okay, but I'm going to try and calm down. This is going to be a really long video. So in addition to this, okay, there will be discussion of basically like how the mods actually approved the post from somebody claiming to be David's friend before banning the discussions of David's family. So this was another post that got deleted that I got a backup of here. All right. So basically like this was the original post that was like the post that got deleted about David's friend. Right. So I've basically like, okay, let me just explain this because this is going to get really complicated. In the last video, I explained that this post here, I've been friends with David's brother Caleb online for 2+ years. Ask me anything. As you saw earlier on in this video, the consensus from my last video where I reacted to all of the comments on here, which goes very deep. If you want to see me react to everything here, okay, you can basically see that this was, you know, approved. All right. So this guy got on here. A lot of people think that this is Caleb, but the area that I really attacked the moderators on, and I think this might be why they deleted their accounts, is because this was the pinned comment from Dave Idiot's mod. All right. They said OP provided proof of his relationship with Caleb and has been verified by mods. Okay. And I said in the previous video, and I said when I went back and forth with Sim in some Reddit comments, I basically accused him and I basically said to him, show the proof. All right. And look, this is me in the argument. I think this whole thing's got deleted now, but your boy's got it back up everything. Okay. Basically, I said in the post where Sim was going at me, I said, I've replied to him or them. I said, post the proof that Coconox knew Caleb. I'm waiting. Post the proof. This proof. Post this proof. Because I need to see that. I need to see them proof that it ain't Caleb. Because it's sounded a bit Caleb-ish right now. Okay. So what's really interesting is they actually did post the evidence, right? And this was where things started to fall apart. So this is the evidence, right? They sent me the evidence. Okay. This is the evidence. Hang on. Can I zoom? I want to zoom in. Hang on. Get a magnifying glass. All right. So this is the evidence. Kokinox on Discord posting Kova's song. Right? David's brother Kova just dropped an album. Go listen to it. Okay? That's the proof. And then you got this little sidebar. Just anything. So him atting Kova, tell your brother to tell Caliucci's about me. Like, yeah, has David got a brother? Yeah, Kova, he's talented. So apparently, posting someone's song and atting them a few times on Discord, that's knowing somebody, right? That's knowing somebody. And I'm not unconvinced that this Kokinox guy could be a Caleb alt account, or just somebody that just doesn't know him, okay? And so there's this one as well. This is the other proof, all right? Connections, Kova. Like, you know, what, just showing that you're friends. Just showing that you're friends on Discord with someone called Kova. Like, that's it. So that's your proof. So the mods, all right, they're doing their due diligence, and they part of a whole scheme, all right, to basically promote the fact that this guy's hopping on here as Caleb's friend, and he doing damage control, saying all this stuff, saying Caleb really appreciates the support expressed here. Everyone trying to defend him. So many people have been so nasty to him. I can only imagine how he feels. People saying he looks possessed. It can weigh on your mental health. I'm so proud of him for staying strong. Bro, you don't know him. You might be him. That, like, you so proud. You friends since September the 11th, 2024. Like, this ain't proof of nothing, bro. This ain't proof of nothing. So here's the funny thing, okay? This comment, all right, where I went back and forth with the mod, basically saying, post the proof. And then they posted this shitty proof. And I'm thinking, bro, that was your proof? That was your proof? Not only is it not really proof that they know, like, it's not proof that it's Kova, but it's not proof that this person had any kind of relationship with Kova. The fact that that was the proof was allowed to slide, and they was able to pass this off as proof, and then basically go forward and create this ridiculous damage control post where it was nothing but sympathy for Caleb with no oversight. It was ridiculous. So I'm having the back and forth, but the ironic thing is I'm having the back and forth under this post. And again, thank God that we backing up everything. Okay, we backing up everything. Shout out to this person, You Creative Language. Now, they got creative with it, okay, because they nailed it. I don't know whether this was an accident or whether this was on purpose, but here's what they did that was genius. The title of this post is calling me out, all right? And either they genuinely hadn't seen the video yet, they just saw the thumbnail and they decided to just call me out before watching the video, or they were genius and they said they're going to circumvent the mods and they're going to make the title shitting on me so that the mods allow the post to stay, but then they're going to edit and add more information afterwards to basically say, actually, Ross is right. So the headline of the post, it says, Traplaw Ross just posted a video lying on the sub to his second channel as a hit piece because we keep calling out his BS. How is this allowed? His video has so much misinformation and lies, I can't even count how it's allowed on YouTube. Is it possible we can get it taken down for misinformation or something? So the mods seeing that, they're going, yeah, man. Yeah, approved. Approved that post. But wait a minute, read a little more. Edit. After giving it a full watch, he has a lot of credible evidence that the mods here are trying to back David's family, specifically his brother and his music career, shifting the blame to Celeste's family. I suggest you give it a full watch. The mods tried covering it up in a Q&A. The mods tried covering up a Q&A they allowed the brother to do on this sub to gain sympathy, so people are more open to his music career while obviously catfishing as one of his friends. Fortunately, the comments saw through this and called him out for it, so the mods quickly deleted the post, acting like they didn't know who he was the entire time, being shown proof. They're on David's side in all of this and are trying to shift all the blame on Celeste's family so Caleb can start his music career, right? So this flew under the radar because the dumbass mods just see the top piece and they're like, oh, a Traplaw Ross hate post. He lying on the sub. Hell, well, we'll allow that. We'll allow that. Not this one, though. Shout out to Traplaw. Remove. But yeah, no, this one. Yeah, no. Keep this one. Yeah, this one's lit, right? So the little edit at the bottom. So I see this post. Thankfully, we backed it up, okay? And then that's under the post where I'm calling out the mod Sim and saying, post the evidence, bro. Where's the evidence at? All right. So Sim was in the comments talking shit about me, right? That's why I decided to hit him. He said he's run out of content during this lull period before the pre-trial hearings. We all want justice for Celeste. He just wants clout and clicks for YouTube revenue. Sim, bro, we ain't out of content, bro. We might go 2 hours today, bro. You loading up, you gifted me the content, Sim. Thank you very much. All right. So here's the thing, all right? So this is apparently, SimComp, the moderator, basically realizing, right, that the post has been edited. So he's clocked after dissing me in the comments. He's run out of content during it. He's in there dissing me, right? But he's not clocking that the edit at the bottom is backing me up. They rock it. They're saying, hey, wait a minute. I watched it and it's actually facts. Right? So Sim's noticing that, right? And basically he realizes the post been edited. And then you know what he did? Delete everything. He deleted everything, all right? He said he's run out of content during and then he did the same thing. He said, OP has now edited their post to spread malicious lies. He's spreading malicious lies, all right? So that post gets deleted, all right? That post gets deleted. It's ridiculous, okay? So that post gets deleted, and then SimComp, he in a pack. Bro, we listen, right? Like, we putting the SimComp in the air right now, okay? We putting the SimComp in the air. Seriously, bro, we hitting the blinker for bro, cooked, all right? Rest in peace. Rest in peace, man, for real, bro. We done turned SimComp into a new strand, man. A new strain just dropped, new pack just landed. Is it gas or what, man? The Sim runts just landed. So is it possible? We don't know what's happened with him, okay? We actually don't know exactly what's happened to Simp. We don't know if Simp smoked himself, if he just couldn't stand the heat of just getting embarrassed and just made to look a fool with a post that was edited that he thought was going against me. It was actually supporting me. Now he's, oh, it's misinformation. Fuck, I'll delete my account. Just rage quit, bro. I can't even keep up with the lies. The lies on top of lies. We build in a house of lies. So is it possible that he checked himself out, or did somebody else, was there actually a mod with some integrity in there that said, you know what, Sim, you're not moderating with integrity. You're taking down posts about Ross. You know, you're realizing later that it's a positive post, not a negative post. And you go, shit, let me take that down. Whoops. Delete everything. So did he go the same way as Weepling, who got caught out and allegedly banned for trying to help people evade their own bans on the sub? I don't know. Okay, so just to give you some backstory, okay, Rule 5 on Reddit is moderate with integrity. I believe it's Rule 5, okay? So there's a Reddit-wide code of conduct, okay? So obviously Sim is not conducting himself with integrity, as we can see from the way he's behaved. He or she, they, let's go they. But as you can see here, okay, this is very important. These are things that you can't do. All right, these are things that you can't do on Reddit. So I just want to make this very clear, and I want to make this clear as a message to future mods on Reddit. Okay, I'm on the David. I'm on your ass. Okay, and if I find out one of you use one of David's teeth, if I find Blair Burke on there running one of these accounts, I'm going to be livid. Okay, so Rule 5 of the Moderator Code of Conduct prohibits mods from taking moderation actions, including actions taken during using mod tools, bots, and other services in exchange for any form of compensation, consideration, gift, or favor, or on behalf of a third party. It's important to abide by this rule so that your community members have trust in their community and its mod team. So this is really, obviously, moderating with integrity is a wider thing, right? There's a moderator code of conduct. This is a specific thing. And this makes me wonder if David's team is actually infiltrating the subreddit and they are going to get exposed for doing this, okay? So you can't ask for money in exchange for a post to be improved. If a Redditor expresses interest in joining a mod team and someone asks how much they would pay to be added, a Redditor submitting an offer to purchase a community and the mod begins negotiating. And just let's not forget, none of the mods who started the D4VD subreddit are still there. Everybody is there since David's arrest. Every single mod is there since David got arrested, right? Because we in a new phase. David's lawyers, David's team, they in a new phase. It ain't Operation Keep Him Out of Jail. It's Operation Get Him Out. It's Operation Change Everyone's Opinion. So it says a mod says they'll give Redditor a special flair if they gift them digital goods, offering crypto to advise a product and highlight a product. Redditor is asked to send personal images or content they've created in exchange for a mod action, or a mod instructs a Redditor that giving them a gift will result in a specific action. Examples of permissible activity including a company or brand moderates a community, a company offers a mod team gifts for their community members, a Redditor or brand sends a mod team stickers as a thank you for moderating, a mod recommends or allows authentic non-sponsored recommendations via linkings to products in service or posts. So that's allowed, right? But basically, it's highly... I think David's team are in there, honestly. I think David's team are in there. But that's just my opinion, okay? So here's another Reddit mod that was banned from D4VD's quite a while ago, okay? Basically, this is kind of... I believe this is D4VD's mod. Yeah. So this is one of the people that was kind of... You were seeing this person pop up a lot of times. You know, D4VD's mod is the very person who said that Caleb's friend, sorry, not Caleb. Caleb's friend, all right? So Caleb's friend provided proof, and then we saw how flimsy that proof was. That was D4VD's mod, all right? And when I had the argument, unfortunately, the post has been deleted, and I don't have a backup of this particular comment, but when I went back and forth with Sim in the thread where I'm telling him show the proof, once that proof got posted, I said, this is cap. And I said, this is nonsense. And then he basically said it wasn't me that approved it. He was pointing at D4VD's mod, right? Well, he gone, all right? And so he back in May the 4th, he's telling everyone the rules, reminding everyone the rules, no trolling, no harassment, no AI, no low effort posts, no unredacted images of potential alleged victims other than Celeste State, no misinformation, right? Yeah, all the rules. Well, you got cooked, you got fried, right? Because this account, my bad, D4VD's mod. New pack in the air, is it gas or what? Okay, is it gas or what? We got another one, gang, all right? We smoking big D4VD's mod. We smoking their ass, okay? They gone too, all right? This is the person that approved Caleb's friend to do the AMA off of that flimsy evidence I spoke to you. Well, thank God they've been packed off. All right, they gone too. But who's left? Who's left? Like, no one knows what's going on. What is going on? Okay. And what's interesting is this was an account that was banned. Okay. This account is banned. Now, that's kind of interesting, right? Because when Sim's account got turned into a pack, this is Sim Comp, this user's deleted their account. But D4VD's mod, this account's been banned. All right. So like he checked, it looked like Sim checked himself out, but D4VD's mod got checked out, all right? So basically, okay, let's have a look. Let's have a closer look at some of the misinformation and deleted posts that moderators appear to have either hidden or spread depending on their agenda. And so here's a post from SimComp, all right? Now deleted account, in a pack, in a blunt, smoking his dead ass, okay? Here is a post of him that has been since deleted, all right? It's been since covered up, claiming that Celeste's family didn't reach out to the police. So this was posted by SimComp, right? So you want to talk to me about, oh, cover up. Oh, I don't know, like that other mod that was talking about, oh, you know, low effort posts. We're not just banning posts about Caleb and still allowing posts about Celeste's family. We don't. No, SimComp, all right? SimComp, you over here posting, all right? You over here posting and inferring that Celeste's family didn't care about her. They didn't do no report. They didn't follow up. It says call logs for Celeste's parents show contacts with law enforcement on April 27th, 4 days post Celeste's death, with no report written and no follow-up conducted until September 9 and 10th, nearly 5 months later. So the April 27th call was classified as MNCRIMI, meaning a minor criminal matter. But interestingly, there was no R report taken, listed in the disposition column. Instead, the disposition was NS, meaning no service needed, and the written column says no, indicating there was no formal written report associated with that incident. Celeste's family no longer have police with the contact for nearly 5 months. Things appear to escalate later in September. Follow-up activity is logged on September the 9th and 10th, immediately after Celeste was found in the front of David's Tesla. Then on September 12th, a formal report was finally written under code PC594, the California Penal Code for vandalism of all things. After that, 3 additional follow-up calls were followed by a 415 disturbing the peace call on September the 27th. So basically, all right, Everyone likes to jump the gun quickly on her family and say they should be charged as well. But as far as I remember, when TMZ initially reported it, the family tried to reach out to law enforcement, but was never able to get to them. I wonder how much they actually knew. And then here's SimComp, right? Just planting the seeds. Just planting the seeds of doubt and hate towards Celeste's family. It's strange how no report was made on April the 27th, 2025. It's interesting. It's interesting, okay? And so again, here's another SimComp comment. Just subtly dragging Celeste's family. They're saying TMZ rely on a lot of tips from the public. It's not crazy to think another family member or family friend might have called them, as it was known she had a famous boyfriend. Even the teacher at the school knew. After all, David was in Celeste's classroom of all places. So again, it's just like, it was all known. It was known she had a famous boyfriend, right? And so this is where we start to see, right, the post that Sim has put up there, right? And this is the actual image that was attached. Like, this is the actual evidence. You know, there's no context. There's no information about the call log. So he's kind of inferring things from it that aren't necessarily there. But he's eliciting these hate comments towards Celeste's family. And again, these aren't being moderated. They're not getting the same treatment that Caleb's getting. Caleb's getting a protective ring put around him, but the family of a murdered child is not given the same courtesy. People are saying, every time I hear about her parents, it disgusts me how careless they were with their 12, 13-year-old daughter. And then it just keeps on going, right? Right? Like, I'm sorry, but I just can't understand the people who are sympathizing with her negligent family. It truly blows my mind how little they care how little care they seem to have for their daughter, and I believe they're partially responsible for her death, if we're being frank. The people that sympathize with them are just the smart people that don't jump to conclusions without knowing the facts, parents that know what it's like to be a parent, and people with common sense that's already went through all the information available and read the part where the parents have been... So this is a defense comment, right? Read the part where the parents have been cleared of any wrongdoing. But then, right, go over the entire timeline of Celeste's relationship with David and think for yourself. Being cleared by the authorities doesn't indicate their innocence. So the family have been cleared of any wrongdoing, but people are in this subreddit, this post that Sim has put up is eliciting people trashing the family, saying, doesn't mean anything. Them being cleared by the authorities doesn't indicate their innocence. Actually, it does. As any person with an ounce of intelligence can see clear and obvious signs of neglect. Where's the neglect from David that stabbed this girl to death, allegedly, and chopped her up, right? Why are we directing all of the attention and energy and negativity towards the family of a murdered child? If you ignore the facts and blindly trust the authorities' word without any logical or critical thinking, then spare me the discussion. And then our boy Sim pipes up. Our boy Sim pipes up. Especially being cleared without the presence of Celeste. So he's inferring you can't really clear the family of wrongdoing if Celeste is already dead, right? Right? They're basically inferring like, yeah, okay. Yeah. Something's going on with the family. They're being cleared without Celeste being alive. Something's going on. They've got some responsibility with this, right? And it's eliciting further discussion that is trashing Celeste's family. But we can't do this with Caleb. God forbid we say that Caleb is an asshole for releasing a song right after his brother's arrested for the most heinous child murder a celebrity's ever committed. Protective ring for him, but for Celeste's family, I'm 100% with you. I don't even care if they've been cleared by the authorities. She's not here to defend herself. It isn't the first time parents have been cleared of abuse and neglect when it's actually happening at home. Go on Google and search the countless stories of children who were failed by the system. It's absolutely nothing new. No evidence, no information. Just go and Google countless stories. It's the family, right? The amount of dead children due to authorities clearing. The mental gymnastics to say that the children are dead due to the authorities clearing the parents. Right? David allegedly killed this girl. It was David allegedly. All right? It was David allegedly. So we're really going to point the fingers at the family. It says they were only cleared because the investigation was shut down due to Celeste not being around to discuss her side. You know what else was shut down due to Celeste not being around? The investigation into David messing with a minor. That's why he's got special conditions on his murder charges. So don't give me this nonsense, okay? So they weren't exactly found faultless, and I'm sad the one missing voice in all this is Celeste. Everyone gets to give their opinion on her situation except her. All right? So people are saying, look, there's no proof that the family were careless, right? There is no proof in it they did anything, which is enough proof in itself. Do you have proof they did anything? The mother and family members were going on life as usual, reposting dumb stuff on Facebook the whole entirety of time she was dead. So basically, all right, people are going back and forth. And these posts, all right, these posts just elicit negativity towards Celeste's family. But we're not, you know what I mean? You can't do this for Caleb. Would somebody please think about Caleb, all right? So these go on and on and on and on, right? And I don't need to, So it says Celeste was not at home at the time. They couldn't determine if a crime occurred. Failure by the police on this one. So basically, look, they just go in deep, right? If you're a parent and you sympathize with them, please don't have children. This is ridiculous. The girl was murdered, allegedly, by the singer David. And they're saying don't have... They're going at that extreme and saying if you sympathize with the parents of a murdered child, don't have children. Like, are you joking? I recently saw a viral TikTok video where she looked completely miserable around her family. As a mother, I can read body language. She was not happy at home. There were clear signs of distress, even abuse. It's the parents' fault. If they provided a safe home, she would never felt the need. This reads like it's written by David's lawyers. This reads like it was written by David's lawyers. It's a bleeding heart. I was a young kid and ran away from abuse myself. Kids don't run away from their parents for no reason. Furthermore, the fact her memorial was set up by neighbors, not the family, tells you everything. They're trashing her family's character. Let's not forget when the father finally spoke on the news and said the most vague, detached things about his daughter. Bro, he's grieving his daughter's murder, bro. It's absolutely awful, okay? And thankfully, people are going at them. Right. But the fact that they're even going this far and to have the discussions to this degree, I don't think anyone even cares enough to have discussions to this depth unless they're somehow part of trying to push this now. Look, it just keeps on going. You're standing up for the parents and not someone defenseless and clearly dead now shows. So this is what's being elicited, right? So this type of shit's completely above board, right? Completely above board. Non-stop discussion about all of this. And Sim's getting involved, all right? You got personal, keep it calm, all right? So Sim's in there trying to moderate, but I ain't seen comments get deleted. People are going deep into the depths, all right? So this is all just loads of this is trashing Celeste's family. How does a 13-year-old end up living with an adult male for over a year? Like, people that have actual morals know the parents were lacking. It's ridiculous. I think parents can't take accountability nowadays. They blame everything on the kid, call them trouble. So they're blaming, all victim blaming, all right? And this is completely allowed. But some people are sticking up. They're saying it's so weird how you guys blame them when evidence and the police have said that the family have been cleared. She was a child that was groomed by a predator with money. It was calculated. Okay, people are making it very clear, all right? How many times are you going to tell us about an investigation she was never present for? The investigation was never fulfilled. OP just showed us proof. Stop with the false narrative that they were cleared. Okay? So apparently, all right, basically, they're claiming that Celeste, okay, so just to give you context, okay, the whole point of this post is to basically kind of infer that Celeste's family didn't really care about her. They didn't call the police. They didn't do enough to look out for her. Okay, it's like, and this is the type of thing this is what the post is trying to communicate without saying it. If Celeste was murdered on April the 23rd, they called only once or twice while she was missing for 4.5 months. The next calls are after the body was found in the trunk. Okay, so basically, everyone's saying it's all the family's fault. All right. So it's just, non-stop, right? Some people are saying, okay, one officer said the mum had been at the police station many times. They kept treating it as a runaway situation. People are asking for a source. So wait, you're saying the news is lying. Didn't you see the discovery in court? You heard an officer say the family paid David. That was never said in court's cap. All right, this person doesn't know what they're talking about. So anyway, you get the gist. So, all right, before we move on, I just want to make it clear, okay? So it's basically, just so you understand, SimComp has put up this post, which is basically a list of, calls and contact that was made between the police and Celeste's family. And basically, the purpose of that is to infer that Celeste's family didn't care about her, they didn't do enough, they weren't at the police station calling enough, all of that kind of thing, to basically make a serious case that they even cared about her, right? Because people just let their daughter just get murdered, they don't care about them, okay? And people are basically saying, look, where's the proof, all right? Where's the proof that basically, the investigation into Celeste being clearing the family. So the TMZ article was this. So this was the TMZ article that basically claimed that the family were being cleared in the child neglect probe, okay? So this headline went around and a lot of people, and I agree, said that the family was cleared. Now, basically, SimComp has made this post to infer that, the family didn't care about Celeste, and then people are saying, oh, you don't have any proof that, the investigation was invalid. People are saying, well, they're cleared. And a lot of people have been saying in here, well, they weren't cleared. They couldn't finish the investigation if Celeste wasn't there. And so Sim is there to provide a link and basically saying this is the proof that the investigation being cleared isn't valid, because they're saying Celeste wasn't at home, so they couldn't determine if a crime occurred, failure by the police to basically investigate. And again, inferring that the family's not really cleared. And this is a snippet from the article that says deputies couldn't interview Celeste, who hadn't been located, therefore unable to determine if a crime had occurred. So he's basically saying that's not cleared. Officially, you could say cleared, but in terms of what's there, not cleared. So he's over here providing evidence and basically providing pointers to try and get people to direct their anger towards Celeste's family rather than David. The next thing that came up that I thought was really interesting, okay, is this was a post that went around and was deleted. This was apparently David's last prayer before jail, and these would be apparently confirmed IG messages between one of David's religious followers and David on the morning. And look at this. SimComp says this is verified by mods 100% direct from the person messaging David with further proof, okay? People saying, what did he thank David for? Sender requested a redaction. Okay, so I'm going to show you. This was the post, all right? So these are the apparently confirmed IG messages. As you see, SimComp here, verified 100%. People saying sender requested a redaction. We aim for trust, so we're not going to show you what he was thanking David for. But he basically said a bunch of stuff to David. Don't know what it is. Thank you. Something, something life right now. And David replied just before, this is a few days before he was arrested. 3 days, I think. Said, of course, brother, glory to God. I pray you continue to grow and let God work through you as a vessel of light for others as well. Share the gospel to as many willing ears. Listen, Jesus got us. So over here, right, this is what's interesting. So he claimed to have verified this post, right? He claimed to have verified the post. He was redacting part of it, you know, to help out the alleged person posting. But this person, who allegedly is the person who basically, you know, had the DM exchange with David, they confirm, all right, they basically verified a post. They basically confirmed that they didn't approve for this post to be put up. And basically, they're saying, why is SimComp over here talking about this has been confirmed to me? We've done a redaction for their sake. Like verified 100% by mods, direct from the person messaging David with further proof, right? And then this person claps back. They say, yo, like, these are my DMs. I don't know who gave approval for this, but the conversation that is blurred lines states, I figured I'd update you on my spiritual journey since we talked about it so deeply. Lately, I've been struggling more with self-doubt and feeling stuck in my own head at times, but I continue to turn to God for guidance, strength, and wisdom. I've been reading my Bible much more and really taking in things that I'd overlooked before. It's been difficult to make sense of everything, but I will trust with time, clarity will come. Thank you for helping me through everything. I don't have many people in my life right now who are willing to support me in this way or truly try to understand. Again, whoever is modding this subreddit, with no offense, needs to do a better job with confirming things. Made an account just to clear this up for the record. I never thought I'd ever be on this app, but with the amount of people on Discord sending me this, it was hard not to. Thanks. Please be sure to double check things again before we start making assumptions. Right? So it says, you just confirmed these DMs are true and valid and that you were one of his religious fans. Not sure what the debate is. So you guys are literally saying someone sent you these messages and asked for their messages to be redacted, only for the actual OP to show up and say they never authorized their messages to be leaked here. And you're like, thank you for confirming. And saying, again, you clearly don't know who I am. Why are you making the assumptions about my relationship with him? All I'm saying is a better thing would be to contact the actual owners of things like this instead of random people just posting it, claiming to be their own. Still zero idea who originally posted this, but if you do have any information on it, do let me know at once. And it says, we know it's a real conversation from what I'm told, and judging from your username, it tracks with the original user. Would you like me to delete the post? Happy to. Someone you spoke to advised us that you gave permission. So that's SimComp. So that's how it works, is it? Oh, well, someone you spoke to told us that you gave them permission. Just like someone, yeah, just like Caleb's friend told us that they knew Caleb and that we just let them jump on here and say anything. They said they knew Caleb, so we just let them jump on here and say anything. Your homie, your boy said that we could post this. He said we had, wait, what? He said we had permission. Huh? What? So there's a lot of weird stuff going on, okay? And this SimComp guy, it's probably making sense that he got his, well, he stepped away. He didn't delete his own account like the other mod, right? So anyway, posts that are defending me, all right? Posts where comments are defending me are now being removed too, okay? So here's another post. Why the star reference TLR? It's just a pimple patch. Now, look, I want to make something very clear. There is a coordinated hate campaign going on against me at the moment, and they're attacking me on some very unusual angles, right? People are saying that I made a joke about Celeste. Not true. Didn't ever make a joke about Celeste. There is a video where a word comes up quite a few times, and it made me think of something, and I said, oh, man, I'm not even going to make a joke about that, but that word keeps on coming up, all right? Never made a joke. Basically just pointed out some pattern recognition in my head off the cuff because I'm recording a video and I kept seeing the same thing over and over again. So never made a joke, that's cap. But a lot of people are in the comments saying Ross is joking and giggling about Celeste's death. Never happened, right? I see what you guys are trying to do with the David team. Like, I feel like they're trying to spread this narrative. On top of that, there's this weird narrative, right, that because David uses pimple patches, and I've mocked him for using pimple patches, I also sometimes have pimples, all right? This ain't a David exclusive. I didn't get acne, all right, overnight to make fun of David, to make light of the case. Sometimes I got a big old zit coming, I got to throw a pimple patch on it, okay? I got all the different colors, all right? I don't think I might have had some black ones at some point because I know David be wearing the black ones. I've had pink ones, purple ones. I might have a zit, okay? And I've been growing my hair. This is the longest I've ever had my hair in my life, okay? I'm just having a little bit of fun with it, all right? Honestly, like, I'm just having a little bit of fun with my life. I wanted to grow my hair. I put a bit of color in it. Like, I painted my nails for fun. I went to a themed party, all right? And I painted my nails for it. I thought it'd be fun, all right? You know what I'm saying? Girl I was going with, she's saying, that'd be fun. Like, paint nails, that'd be cool. Like, wow, I'm comfortable in my own skin. It's not me copying David. If you notice, I've not got the same pimple patch. And people saying because I wear a headband, this is the longest my hair's ever been. I've got a box of 12 headbands from Amazon. They're all different colors, okay? And one day I wore a white one. And people are saying Ross is wearing pimple patches and the Itami, they're saying it's the Itami headband. If it was the Itami headband, it would have bloodstains on it, which it didn't. It was a fresh white headband. But people are pushing this nonsense that Ross is making jokes about Celeste, cap. Ross is dressing up like David to mock him. If I was dressing up as David, you would know it, all right? And I dress up as rappers that I do videos about in the past. Maybe I might dress up as David one of these. I don't care. But it's not some gotcha for like he wears pimple patches and he's wearing a white head. Bro, you didn't say nothing about all the different colors of head. The white one was the only clean one that day. Is what it is. So there is a coordinated attempt to kind of dig at me with these very ridiculous points, and they're such nonsense points, right? Or they want to drag up, oh, Ross used to be really popular making videos about gangster rap and rappers, and he's exploiting. No, he's not. Okay, he's making good quality journalism about anything that's interesting. Sometimes it's gangs, sometimes it's rappers, sometimes it's the cartel, sometimes it's Jeffrey Epstein, is what it is. Anyway, okay, this is another removed post. Okay, another removed post. Why the star reference? It's just a pimple patch. I literally had zits, all right? Dude has never seen a pimple patch. David was the same. He has some weird-ass mark he was covering. Bro, shit ton of people wear pimple patches, all right? This man gives me severe ack. Trap law gang, like saying mall. Mall? Hot topic at the mall. He's going to say trap more gang. I've stopped saying that, to be fair. I'd never heard of a pimple patch before. Maybe in my late 40s, kids would have got the piss ripped out of them if they wore those. David was wearing it as some sort of star, not because of a spot he picked on a come down, but because he tried to say he had a spot that he picked. I had no idea pimple patch was a thing. I'm so sorry, Ross. It's okay. All right. David wore them to cover his spots. Nothing to do with the Star of David. Oh, don't tell me it's an Israel thing, bro. Don't give me that, bro. Don't give me that. That's just sad. He's a massive fanboy of David. Bro, I think David's a bitch. I ain't gonna say what I was gonna say, but like I don't rock with David, right? If I ran into David just in the street, which is never gonna happen, right? I wouldn't be feeling him. He's a massive fanboy of David. He turned into a little girl when he was outside the court. It's funny, bro. And then he probably thought it looked cool. Then he wore the black star in the middle of his head. There was no spots half the time. How do you know there's no meaning? Bro, look at my forehead, bro. I'll be getting hella acne in my life, bro. I'll be getting little acne scars. I got little spots on my head. I got little zits over here. Like, is what it is, bro. Like, just chill. Like, it's fine. Okay. Clearly don't watch him. I don't like or dislike him. I saw the appearance of court. He was super excited. Blair looked at him. He was excited to see his fellow streamers. I was just excited to be outside, bro. I barely even go outside. I was happy to be outside reporting on something. Anyway, I bet anything he has no spot under the cool pimple patch, even though it's really not a patch, whatever. Bro, I'm not wearing one now. What does that not debunk the whole theory? Like, bro, I'm not wearing a pimple patch. Like, if I had a pimple, I'd wear one. I've low-key got a pimple on my back right now, but I can't really reach it to get a patch on there. I might get one on there later, but it literally is. I have the same pimple patches. Get a grip. All right. People think it's some conspiracy. I think he's getting inspiration from David with the star, and he even painted his nails. He's always painted. I haven't always painted my nails, but like I painted my nails for the first time at the start of this year. Just a bit of fun. Like just go to the nail salon. It was lovely. Getting my nails done. I got my toes done. Little exfoliating scrub. Chilled out. I got the little massage chair. It was lovely, man. Can't let the girls have all the fun. So what needs to be considered, though, is that for documentaries, Ross would dress up as said person regarding the topic of discussion. This is a real fan. For him slowly turning to 6ix9ine for his documentary on Takashi, or him slowly turning into a roadman for his Central City. I love it when people pay attention. Him putting on the pimple patch for these David videos does seem like a slight dog whistle for me, at least. Someone who's consumed his content for the better half of a decade, there does seem to be intention there, allegedly, in my opinion. It actually genuinely was just, I just put the pimple patches on. I'll keep it real with you. I think I put the first pimple patch on. I just had it on overnight. I forgot to take it off. I start recording the video, and then I look in the screen here where I can see myself, and I say, oh, I've got the pimple patch on still. Well, I do have a massive pimple, so might as well keep it on. And then come to think, I was like, oh, it's like the David thing. I just rocked out with it. I just, so? All right, so? But anyway, even this thoughtful discussion about me and my spot sticker, okay, removed, not even allowed to talk about that. Okay, you weren't even allowed to talk about me with the spot sticker. What the heck? Why? Why not? Why can't we talk about it? So is this just completely scrubbed, right? Like, that's the thing, is like when they scrub it, you can't even see the title. It's completely removed, completely shut down. The comments remain, okay? We can see the pictures in this one. But anyway, okay, any comments that are defending me get removed, okay? People saying close the sub, holy shit. All right. But what's also interesting is that other posts that kind of relate to other big content creators in this space, like Rotten Mango, you know, true crime YouTuber who has done some deep dives into this, these are also getting removed, right? Deep dive into the case by Rotten Mango, removed. People saying it's already been posted, but that was only episode 3. We now have episode 4, which is the last one, but they're removing that too. Interestingly enough, posts from the YouTuber Zavgirl are also being attacked in the comments on posts here and getting removed. So this was the original one. Ethan live interview. He tried warning people about David in 2024. And they're basically edit, not that informative or interesting. I saw a few videos on Zavgirl's channel and it was actually brilliant. They're saying, dude handling this case better than TMZ. TMZ doesn't sell Patreon access to see autopsy photos of a child. Even they don't stoop that low. Apparently Zavgirl thinks that's okay. There is no autopsy photos. That's not a thing. I mean, unless they know something I don't know, bro. If Zavgirl had autopsy photos on her Patreon, you know, I think we would know. I think that would be bigger news. All right. But anyway, you know, they're kind of trashing her. Okay, I didn't know this. They're saying Zavgirl sold autopsy photos of 11-year-old Gannon Staunch. He was brutally murdered by his stepmother. Do I want to click this link? Do I want to click this link? The thing is, though, is this actually true, or are they just sensationalizing the fact that, like, maybe she had some uncut content that just happened to include graphic details? Like, a documentary can include graphic details. This is pretty crazy, though. Damn. This is pretty crazy. See, this is different, right? Like, this is different. She's saying, I never seen that. I'm not gonna lie, I've never seen this before. Apparently, she did the Freedom of Information request on the photos and then posted them. She was making money off of them. So she exclusively obtained them. That's a whole different story. That's a whole different story. Once the pictures were released to the person running the account, she charged her followers to see it. For this YouTuber to go to all the trouble to request them, pay the money to get them, and then post them and charge people, it's sick. Wow. That's all right. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. But shit, we might have to look into that in a whole different video. Okay, because that's a whole different story. But whoa, that's crazy. But I want to keep this about David. Right, we already an hour and 12 into this. Okay, but apparently posts about David's label, Interscope, and Darkroom are also being deleted. Someone at Interscope/Darkroom may have known more, and this is where I start to think. Okay, this is where I start to think that David's team is involved in this moderating. Right. Someone at Interscope Darkroom must have known more. Delete, removed. Are you serious? You didn't see the no AI. AI is 100% is not 100% factual. They're saying it's AI slot, but I'd like to see what the actual post was. This is the thing. They delete it, and we can't see the image. We can't see what this is. If only they would leave it up. We can have all the comments say this has been confirmed as AI. We don't believe this. But covering this up, like, what was this post about? Was it just an image? Was it just an AI image of David along with a genuine title that's eliciting discussion about how David's label might have known what was going on? That's what I wonder. So there's other posts about David that are getting deleted, but basically you've kind of got the gist, right? We've blown this subreddit to smithereens now. The David gooning at shows, can't post that, all right? Guess that's what happens when you get raised by internet and Twitch chat. I don't know any artist that uses these terms or gives out free toys. Concerts, I'm going to give away free water so people don't collapse. That's about it. People saying he was overcompensating, acting like a kid. But again, it's like, Yeah, removed. Not allowed to know about this, these gross things. And I think that the pattern of things getting deleted and cover up really just points towards David's team being involved. They're not happy with me, all right? They're pushing all of these posts. They're pushing all of these posts being like, you know, because Ross paints his nails. Oh, because Ross paints his nails, he's so bad. Oh, I've just seen that. I've just loaded up the subreddit, right? So the most recent post, all right, the new post is me talking about this. So I don't know if this will stay for long. People says, can we open up discussions on this video since the mod team says they have no problems discussing what's going on? Where is Remy? Why are so many people in the comments of the video claiming they're banned for no reason? Not everyone here can be lying. Okay. Concerned citizens of the Dave Idiot subs, much of the subject matter OP is asking about has been discussed on another post. People saying, what has been going on in this sub? I haven't been here in a few weeks. What's happening? The drama. Mod drama shouldn't be eclipsing the actual case. They're saying posts are being locked and removed, people discussing the case on the subreddit are being banned, and a whole lot of other things. If you check the comments of the video, you'll see people discussing their experiences because they're no longer able to discuss the case here. The owner of the subreddit sold the subreddit to people in David's camp to control and sway public opinion, just like Adam22 paid the OG owner of No Jumper Reddit $10K to be the owner many years ago. That's not allowed, but I don't know if that happened. I don't know if that's the real story of what happened, but yeah. People saying, yeah, I went through some recent posts. The whole situation is dumb as F, to be honest. Some people on here seem to think they're genuinely part of the case. It started getting weird when the mods were posting their own discoveries and calling people out for stealing their credit or whatever, even though those discoveries weren't really relevant at all, e.g. identifying what studio David was recording in. It's funny that everyone was dragging David's former friends, Steve Fisher, etc. for being clout chasers, but it seems like a little bit of internet clout went to the mods' heads as well. It's distracting people from the original point of this sub. Reddit doesn't have drama, doesn't matter. This is a real murder case, what the F. Slotmore Dross is doing some deep research. I can't lie, they make me laugh. Slotmore Ross, Capmore Ross, Trap Lord Toss, all of that stuff, bro. You can keep doing it. It's funny. It's honestly funny. But basically, this is the last thing. I wonder how long it'll be until that gets taken down, okay? I wonder. Simpcom has left as a moderator. I'm posting again to see if we can start discussing. All right, we already read that. We're back full circle. We've actually come all the way back around to the start now, I believe. Wait. I think we're all back to the start now. Okay, I was just checking to see if there was any updates in here, and there ain't. I can't lie. I just hope all of the mods resign and this is the last post and we can just move on to a new one. Is there a list of the mods? No, we still got mods in here, man. We still got mods in here, but look, we done scratched two names off the list in the last 24 hours at least. Okay, so Dave Idiot's mod. All right, made a whole account just to moderate the sub. You banned you in a pack. Smoking you, putting you in the air. And of course, our guy Sim. Sim, you will not be missed. Okay, did some bitch shit, did some weird shit behind the scenes. You got exposed. So the Dave Idiot sub, we still gonna dig in. We still gonna look for information. We still gonna report on everything that's going on. But something's going on over there, and I wouldn't be surprised if we found out that maybe some of these accounts might have got a little something to do. All right, might have got a little something to do with David's team. Okay, I think it's a little bit suspicious. But anyway, that was my long David deep dive. Okay, shout out to my team for helping me put this together. Okay, shout out to all of the Dave Idiots that actually, you know, came to that subreddit with good intentions. Shout out to David too. Shout out to the Celeste subreddit. It's crazy. Okay, it's crazy. All right, another movie, another feature length breakdown. Okay, so you can, all you people that want to say all you do is react to Reddit comments. Well, we don't just react to Reddit comments. We also smoke Redditors. All right, we also put Redditors in the sky. Okay, so rest in peace to the two mods who got smoked by the last video, man. And we'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out for now. Peace.